Sorry, I'm getting ready. Was I breathing right?
I don't know. Take a deep breath. Let me see.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh.
You look like a little bit of a chest breather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might have an inverted breathing pattern.
Is that what inverted?
It's extremely common, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about inverted breathing. Like, that sounds very complicated. What does that mean, and why do we do it?
It means that when we inhale, if we are utilizing the diaphragm, which is one of the major core muscles, correctly, when you breathe in, the abdominal cavity should expand in all directions. So not just belly out, but rib cage out to the sides, and even the low back. You should feel kind of a sensation of the low back swelling out. That's the first 2/3 of your inhalation. The last third of your in-breath should make the chest rise.
Oh, wow.
But when people have an inverted breathing pattern, they either suck their stomachs in when they inhale and then relax it when they exhale, or they breathe up into the chest and they don't really use the diaphragm.
So they're not getting a full breath.
They're not getting a full breath, and they are basically putting themselves in a constant state of fight or flight.
Interesting. So this is what I've read, that kind of chest breathing is useful in the short term, right? Gives you quick oxygen, gets those stress hormones to boost, because you got to get away from the lion. However, if you keep breathing that way throughout the whole day, what happens?
Oh, if you're being chased by the lion all day long, you'll be in a constant stress state, and that's going to take away from your ability to rest and digest. And that's why a lot of people today have issues with anxiety. Actually, having an inverted breathing pattern can prevent you from losing weight, because from a survival point of view, you're constantly stressed out, so your body will not as easily liberate calories and fat.
Very interesting point, because that makes plenty of sense. If your body's under lots of stress, it's probably going to try to conserve calories more than burn, because for most of human evolution, I guess stress meant you didn't have food. So you don't want to necessarily be that way all the time, especially in modern times. So,
exactly.
So inverted breathing, it looks like chest and no belly, or chest and then belly. What we want is what? Belly first and then chest?
Yes, the first 2/3 of your breath should go right into the abdominal cavity, so you can try placing your hands over your stomach. And I always have my clients pretend like they're inflating a balloon. So if you had a balloon sitting in your abdomen and you breathe in,
oh, there we go.
You're going to inflate the balloon. So ladies, it's okay to make a big belly, because that's what you need to do. You need to relax your stomach muscles in order to use your diaphragm. So we inhale, inflate the balloon. Now the last third of the breath, that's when you'll see the chest rise.
Excellent.
And then as you exhale, the whole process reverses. So chest relaxes first, and then the belly will naturally draw in.
Now, Stephanie, for me as a trainer, when I've trained clients, I've seen lots of women in particular have this issue. Is it because they're trying to hold in their stomachs all day long? Do you think that'll contribute?
Yes. Being a woman who grew up being very self-conscious, looking at magazines and television and what I thought women were supposed to look like, I got in this really bad habit of wearing tight clothing and then also not really breathing, because I was sucking in my stomach most of the time. And even some Pilates teachers will say, you're supposed to suck in your stomach the first thing in the morning and don't release it till you go to bed at night. And it's like, that's a really great way to train a dysfunctional breathing pattern into your body. So we have to, if you got to wear a looser top to feel good and let yourself breathe, go ahead and do that. But tight clothing can also restrict our ability to take a deep breath.
Now, are there ways I can practice this? Is it maybe standing and placing my hand on my chest and my stomach to kind of pay attention to what's filling up, and then just practice throughout the day, or lay on my back? Like, what are some tips I can do?
Laying on your back is the easiest way for you to start to feel how to belly breathe. So a lot of people who have trouble breathing properly standing up can try laying down on their backs. Like before they go to bed, this is a great way to wind down too. Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. I'll lay on my back and do this.
So Sal's in bed. He's winding down from his crazy mind pump day. He's getting ready to go to sleep.
I sleep like this too.
He sleeps like this because, yeah, he's a corpse. Now put one hand on your belly and put the other hand on your chest. Okay, and now some people like to close their eyes so they can get more into feeling mode. So what you can do here is, as you breathe in through your nose, feel for filling up your abdomen. And at the end of that breath, you'll feel the chest rise. And then as you exhale, chest relaxes. Good, and then the belly will come in and the navel will travel in towards the spine. So try just a couple more of those breaths. Inhale, belly out, rib cage expands, swell the low back. Chest rises, exhale, relax. Good.
It's interesting. It's remarkably kind of challenging for me to do it, but I will say this, as I'm doing that, I'm feeling like relaxed. I'm almost feeling like because obviously we're filming right now, we're making this video for you guys, so there's always a little bit of a higher level of intensity. And as I did that, I felt my energy come down and kind of chill out a little bit. This could almost be like a pre-meditation.
Absolutely,
Okay.
and it does stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. So it puts the blood back in towards the digestive system, so you can rest. It takes it out of the limbs, which is where the blood goes when you're in a sympathetic state or fight or flight.
So in terms of, because this is part of the upper cross syndrome series, this is the first thing you need to work on.
In the check totem pole, breathing is right near the top. So it means that in the hierarchy of addressing someone's health issues, whether they be mental, emotional, physical, to address the breathing pattern first is always essential.
Excellent. So step 1, work on your breathing. Step 2, that'll be in the next video. Listen, if you like Mind Pump, go to mindpumpmedia.com. We have 30 days of coaching for free.